Country Comfort stars you as Brody and Catherine McPhee, who is unbelievably talented, and Eddie Cibrian. Tell me, were you nervous when you first walked onto set the very first day, Jamie?
Absolutely. It was very intimidating, and not just because of the people who are so insanely talented, but because just the soundstage itself, it's giant, and I'd never been in a space like that before. So that was both intimidating and very cool. It was a lot of different, whoa, what's going on moments. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. But meeting everybody, I mean, everything kind of got so much more comfortable so quickly. Everyone was so great on set. So yeah, I had a really awesome time, and everyone was so warm. So that intimidation died down very quickly.
And did you know Kira Lee Berger, who I believe is a series regular on the show? Did you know her from New York, from the New York acting scene before?
Well, so me and Kirli had never met before the show was filming, but when we met each other on set, she said we were rep by the same agent, or by the same manager. So we kind of got to talking after that, and she's so nice. She's amazing. I loved working with her. She's so sweet and fun to be around. We got lunch one of our days off. So yeah, she's awesome. I'd never gotten the chance.
Yeah. You guys are both talented. I'm going to just tell everybody who maybe they don't know, but you are a triple threat, truly. You are a singer, dancer, and actor. You were in how many productions of Billy Elliot? You starred as Billy in 4 professional productions?
Yeah, it was just crazy. So fun.
And you were in, what was the other show? You were in that at Goodspeed. You were in Winn-Dixie, right?
Yeah, Winn-Dixie at the Goodspeed. Yeah, Goodspeed Opera House. Really fun. Another awesome opportunity.
And then you were working on a Joe Iconis musical, I heard, but is it because of the pandemic that kind of shut down, or what's going on with that?
I assume so. We haven't heard a lot, but once the pandemic happened, nothing has really been up and running. And they were working with the La Jolla Playhouse, so that was really cool to get to do that read-through. The music was incredible, and it was such an awesome experience. I'd never done a read-through like that before, so meeting Mr. Iconis, who I aspire. He's incredible.
He's an icon. Iconis the icon.
He was so wonderful to work with, and yeah, it was a really awesome experience.
So you get to use all of your skills, I think, in this new show, Country Comfort, which comes out tomorrow on Netflix. So we can see you dancing, we can see you singing. Do you also play any instruments? Do we get to see you?
Yeah, I do play the guitar a little bit, which I had never really done before. I learned kind of some basic chords for the audition, which was literally in 3 days. I was like, okay, I got to figure something out. So I learned some basic chords, and then learned how to play the song that they had for the audition. And yeah, since then I'd been practicing, so I got a little better once we started filming. But it was really fun. Learning how to play the guitar has been such a cool new thing that I didn't know how to do before. So it's kind of fun to get to the instrument world.
Yeah, that's amazing. I've seen some clips from the show, and I see that you're using also a Southern accent. Did you guys have a dialect coach on set?
Yeah, we did have a dialect coach on set, and I'd done Footloose before, and Southern accents were one that I kind of felt comfortable with, but I realized very quickly I didn't know everything, and it was very fun working with our dialect coach to try and fine-tune everything so that we all sounded the same.
Right, exactly. So you're all from the same state, because there's many different Southern accents.
Yeah.
Right? There's many regionalisms. So when you were doing this Southern accent, did you do the Southern accent in your audition, or were you told not to do it and they would teach it to you once you booked the job?
I can't remember. I'm almost positive I did the Southern accent in my audition. I'm almost positive I did. I honestly couldn't remember, but I think I did.
How long ago? So were you guys filming during the pandemic, or was this all shot before the pandemic?
So we started filming in January, and the end of January. So we filmed 4 episodes until everything shut down. So that was really crazy. And then we were off for 4 to 5 months. I'm not totally positive. We started filming again in September, and then we finished the season then. So that was definitely weird, coming back and having all the COVID protocol.
So weird. So what was that like? Did you guys have to shut down again? I know that some, productions would get up on their feet and then they'd have to shut down because someone would get COVID.
Yeah. Well,
did that happen?
No, we never shut down. Netflix was extremely cautious and very good at handling the COVID situation. We didn't have the same freedom. I mean, there wasn't a live audience anymore, which was kind of hard because I really loved having the live audience there. It made it so much fun.
Right.
There was a lot of different things that had changed. It was, again, much more cautious, but which was very good because Netflix handled that really, really well. I mean, no one got sick, so that was really amazing.
Amazing. So you had to be very careful. So were you
Okay.
living in LA shooting this, Jamie?
I was in LA for, I think, a total of, well, we actually stayed in LA for 2 months during the pandemic because we didn't know anyone there, and my parents were smart and I decided that the family would probably be safer if we were in a location where we really didn't know anybody. So we had no
Right.
time to go out and socialize, which we didn't. We were very safe and it worked out well. So then we got to do an RV trip all the way across America to come home, which was really
That's my dream. Because I never did like one of those teen tours. A lot of people have done teen tours. I never did one. So I'm like, I want to see the United States. I want to do that RV trip that you're talking about. I have to do that.
My dad's like, I'm never living in a house again. And I was like, let's wait. I don't know.
Not quite yet ready for that RV living. You have to see the movie Nomadland with, I don't know if you've seen it yet on Hulu.
Oh, I've seen trailers for that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, my dad showed me that trailer. He was like, look, this is so cool. And I was like, right.
You're like, no.
I really like the house though, so.
So where are you located? Are you like between LA, New York? I know you used to live in Connecticut where I live. Tell me.
Right now I'm in Connecticut. Yeah, I'm in Westport.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. I
yeah.
love Westport. I used to live there. Now I live a little bit further, closer to the city, but close by. Yeah. I'm always there.
It's my hometown. It's great because I get to go. I've been going to school here forever, and all my friends are here. So
are you homeschooled, or did you have to? I mean, obviously, when you were on set, you had to take a leave from school, right, and have tutors.
Well, my school was actually really accommodating, which was really awesome because they're a public school. Like they really didn't have to do that, but they were really amazing. I had some incredible on-set tutors as well, so I kind of was able to follow along. And then when we went back after COVID, a lot of it was online already, so they kind of had that format figured out. So being able to do school from a completely opposite side of the country wasn't as challenging.
Right, because everybody's doing it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so that was really nice.
Cool. That's great that the school is understanding. Do you have to maintain a certain grade average as a child actor, even though you're a teenager, but a child actor, you're still a minor, right? You're not 18?
I'm 17.
17. Yeah. So do you have to maintain a certain grade average in order to work professionally? Tell the young actors out there what you have to do in order to be in this business.
I have very high standards in terms of schooling. I think it's insanely important. I think that being an actor is obviously something that I very much want to do, but you have to be very careful about. I mean, it's not a necessarily super stable career, so I want to continue learning. I also love learning. I love being in school. So I think they never really set one for me because if I fell down even to like a B, I freaked out. I held myself to a high standard. So no, but it's very important to maintain those grades. If your school does set something up like that for you, I absolutely recommend you try and figure that out, because I honestly think in the end it wasn't as awful as I thought it was going to be. Like, it was very doable. It obviously is a little bit more work and it takes some getting used to because it's a completely different way of learning, but it's doable. I think I actually had like the best grades this year were from my first quarter, which is when I was in LA. So like, I don't know what that means, but I obviously figured something out because it ended up working in my favor for a little while there, which I guess is good. I don't know what that says about my second and third quarter, but you know what? Whatever.
So are you a junior right now? Are you a junior?
No, I'm a senior. I'm a senior this year.
Oh, you're a senior. Okay, so do you have plans to go to college? Are you going to take a break and do acting for a while? What's your plan?
I'm honestly trying to figure out what's happening with the show. I definitely want to go to college at some point in my life. I think it's a really important thing. I think that going to college, helps you to grow not only as an actor, which I would love to go for. I actually want to go for musical theater, but it also helps you grow as a person. It's 4 years where you're kind of learning how to get outside the nest, and I would absolutely love to go to college. I think it's definitely something that I'm prioritizing it, but I can't. I mean,
but you can't go until you find out if you get picked up for another season, right?
Yeah, and obviously we want another season. I personally think college will be there for me in the future. So I'm not super worried about that.
Definitely, of course, it'll always be there. You can go, people go, you know, many, many years later. My mom didn't go to college till much later in life, and it's definitely a possibility for you, I'm sure. So let me ask you a quick question about how did you go about creating this character of Brody, which we'll get to meet Brody tomorrow officially, but how did you go about creating this character?
You know, it was really fun. I'd never created a character before. I have always, even with Because of Winn-Dixie, which was kind of a new up and coming production, they had characters. They had done previous productions of the show. So
Right.
I never really created a character fully before.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really awesome working with the showrunners. I mean, they were so flexible. They were so willing to answer any questions that I had. And they really worked with all the actors on set. And I felt so thankful for that because we really did feel like a team. They were very willing to just work with us and answer our questions. And creating Brody was such an awesome experience. He's I think very similar to me in a lot of ways, and he's a really good kid, so it was fun playing him, and he's got some quirky, funny moments. So I had a really good time creating this character, and I'm excited for everybody to see it.
I can't wait. I know the show looks really fun and really wonderful. I can't wait. What do you have a favorite moment from on set? I mean, we haven't seen the show yet, but are there a couple of moments that really stand out to you?
There are so many. Honestly, like, I think some of my favorite ones were pre-COVID when we had those live audiences, because it kind of felt like Ellen every night. Like, it was very interactive. Like, there was an MC in the audience, so we'd like do our take, and then they'd say cut, and then it'd be like a party for like 5 minutes, which was super fun. And we even got to talk to some of the people in the audience. We'd go up and just like talk to them. I don't know. I loved being with a live audience. It gave us energy. It was really fun. Obviously, spending time with my co-stars, they're also incredibly talented and so kind. I saw a lot of them outside of work as well. So just getting to know everybody was really, really amazing, and just spending time together on set. We all really enjoyed spending time together. So it wasn't like being on set was a burden or anything. We really loved it. I loved going to work every day. It was, I mean, so fun.
So no nerves, like after the first day, no nerves, like just ready to get back to work, go and do it again tomorrow?
Of course. I mean, I think there's always nerves. Like, I think nerves are just kind of part of the job, but it definitely was less nerves in terms of like, wow, I can't believe it was like less of nerves of like, oh no, am I going to fail in front of these people? And more nerves like, almost like nerves like, oh my God, I'm so excited to get on set. Like, I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to do this scene with this member of the cast. It was very, it wasn't as nerve wracking. It was just more kind of the regular nervousness that you get. And that kind of, obviously being on set with, I mean, insane stars, like really talented and wonderful people to work with, it became less of like me being nervous to be working in front of them and more just being excited to work with them. And I thought that had a lot to do with like the way that they went about the work and how they kind of took time to like get to know all of us, so we all felt comfortable, which was really great.
Awesome. That's so nice. I mean, it sounds like you guys really bonded as like a family.
Absolutely.
As a family on set. That's awesome. So tell us, how do you keep your creative juices flowing during a pandemic? Do you have any words of advice for young actors out there who, you know, really yearn to get back to the stage, or in many cases, you know, productions, you're very lucky that you were able to finish yours, but some things have gotten stalled or put on hold, or what do you have? Like, what kind of advice do you have to stay creative during this weird time?
One thing that I did over the summer that was really great was me and my mom, who obviously my mom is so amazing. She has helped me through all of this, but we kind of worked together on this virtual cabaret that we did for my dad's college friend, who's also an actor, but he lost both his legs in a car accident when a drunk driver ran into him, which is really awful. But we got to do a virtual cabaret for him and raise some money. And his GoFundMe is still there.
Tell us what it is, if you can tell us what.
OBINDEFO, so OBINDEFO. If you look him up on GoFundMe, it'll come up, and donate if you can. But he was trying to raise some money for new prosthetic legs, and so we got to do that over summer. And obviously we're doing it for a good cause, but it was so fun to kind of get back into the arts and see what everybody was doing. A really great experience, and I thought a really good way to kind of re-immerse myself in some art form, because we hadn't gone to do anything in so long.
And to give back, which is so awesome, you know? That's such a good feeling. We just did a virtual cabaret and raised quite a bit of money for No Kid Hungry. So it definitely feels good to be able to
When
continue.
you're able to combine the arts and charity, it's so amazing, because the arts in itself is such a wonderful thing, and to be able to raise money and help people is very fulfilling.
What's better? There's nothing better than that, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any aspirations of, being on Broadway someday? Is that a dream of yours, Jamie?
Absolutely. I think I'm a thespian at heart. I love Broadway. I love listening to the Broadway soundtracks. I'm sad I haven't gotten to go see a show in so long, but yeah.
What are you obsessed with right now? What's your current obsession? Do you have one?
I was recently I always love listening to Wicked. I have been listening to, I listened to, oh God, what is it called? Oh my
Give
Lord.
me a hint.
Come from Away.
Come from Away. Come from Away. Great.
Amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
Bridges of Madison County is probably my favorite soundtrack of them all, but
difficult music, yeah.
Theater. So I would love to do that someday. It's absolutely a dream of mine.
Well, I hope to see you on Broadway someday. I can't wait for it to open back up.
Yeah.
So tell me something for the young performers out there who are just getting started. What is something you wished you learned about the industry sooner?
Well, I mean, I think that the rejection's obviously something that it was just a big shock. I didn't realize how hard that can be and how resilient you had to be, and I really had to develop that. But I think that mainly you just have to stay optimistic. You have to really enjoy it. Find the joy in every single audition you go to. And something one of my teachers told me, Cynthia Gibb, who was on Fame, and she was in Gypsy with Bette Midler. She said to me, you succeeded as soon as you walk into the room. As soon as you've mustered the energy, you've learned your lines, and you walk into that room, because you've succeeded, because now you get to show the people what you can do.
Right.
Don't go into an audition to try and get it. Obviously, that's inherently what you're doing. But because that's so low of a chance, so to speak, go into an audition so you can show the people on the other side of the table what you can do. Get on their radar so that they call you back for the next thing.
Right.
And yeah, find the joy in working hard and training, meeting new people. I mean, there was a long period of my time in the theater world where I wasn't booking anything, but that's when I got to meet some of my closest friends from auditioning. So there's always a silver lining. No matter what, there's a silver lining, and just keep going if you really love it. It's just important to stay optimistic and keep going, keep working.
Oh, perseverance is something that how did you learn that? I mean, as a young person, how did you learn that? Was it just something your parents told you? It's not about the short game, it's about the long game. Like, what did they tell you to keep you in a positive frame of mind?
Well, I mean, I think I really love dancing. I love dancing, singing, and acting. It's what I really love to do. Mm-hmm. So I loved training. Obviously, sometimes I don't want to go to dance because I'm tired and whatever. I'm lazy. Everybody is at some point. But, I really loved going to class every day. I loved learning how to act, and I especially loved meeting new people. So I think one thing is just network, and not even network to try and get jobs. Network so that you can meet new people and make friends, because I've got so many friends from working in the business, and that's not even when I was necessarily working. I just happened to go to those classes. I went to those workshops, and I met new people, and I met new mentors, and they're still with me now. So meet as many people as you can, get to know people, make friends, and those are the people you can kind of talk to about the difficulty of the audition world, because they really understand. So I absolutely look back, and I'm so happy I got to have those opportunities and meet those people.
I love this. I think this is great advice. I know that you probably have to go do a lot of PR. So I just want to ask you, tell me something else. What is a fun fact that people may not know about Jamie Martin Mann?
May not know about Jamie Martin Mann. Well, over quarantine, I started making friendship bracelets like a lot, because I was watching a lot of Netflix and I had nothing to do. I'm a little bit energetic and always need to be doing something with my hands, so I started making friendship bracelets. I'm actually wearing one right now. So yeah.
I love that. Ooh,
very fun. I don't know. It's just something to pass the time.
I need one of those.
Yeah.
You should sell them. You're good at that.
I think I am too. Maybe I should just stop acting and start making friendship bracelets for a living.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Just dump the Netflix show. Whatever. Well, Jamie, it's been awesome chatting with you today. And do we have time to take a question or two from, if there is a question somebody would like to ask, perhaps?
Yeah, I've got like 5 minutes, so let's do it.
Okay. Do you feel like your personality is similar to the character that you're going to be playing, this Brody, or character that you did play, Brody, but we haven't gotten to see Brody yet?
Yeah, me and Brody are very similar in a lot of ways. We both have 3 younger siblings, so I definitely got to take the knowledge of being an older brother onto set, which was great. And then I think that I'm not as insecure as he is, but at one point in my life, I absolutely was. So I think I got to utilize some of what I felt in the past and incorporate that into his character, and that kind of made him fleshed out for me and made that journey so much more fulfilling, because I kind of took what I already knew and applied it to him. So yeah, absolutely, we're similar in a lot of ways.
Very cool. I can't wait. Okay. Hi, Jamie. What are you looking forward? This is from Jaylene Major. Hi, Jamie. What are you looking forward the most on release day? I guess what are you looking forward to tomorrow when the Country Comfort gets released onto Netflix? I'm
excited for everybody to see the show. I'm excited for everybody to see the work that we put in, and I guess I'm excited to see what people think about it. Nobody I know has seen it yet, so it'll be fun to see what my friends think. It'll be fun to see what family thinks, and it'll be fun to see what you guys think. So let me know if you watch it, and yeah.
We'll have to have you back so we can talk about what we
Absolutely, see. Yeah.
And one more thing. When do we find out if we get another season? Do they tell you that in advance?
No idea yet, and we're just kind of hoping and praying we do, because we had so much fun. So I guess they'll let you know. I don't know if I can let you know if I find out, but yeah, I'm just
no, you probably can't, but hey, I wish you could. One more. Okay, so hold on one second. How do you manage your acting life and your school life? That's our last question from Sarah.
Let's do it. Friends. I think one of the main things is friends. I'm very sociable, and having a strong group of friends from my school is very important to me. And I've been very immersed in the theater program at my school, which is really wonderful. Some of my best working experiences have been with them. I think I learned a lot about the theater world from them that I didn't learn from the business world, because when you're in a theater, you have to work behind the scenes, especially in high school. So I learned a lot. And then, find just a lot of the classes don't seem interesting, but if you really put yourself in a mindset that, what I'm learning is interesting, I think that helps a lot. And remember how valuable school is. It can seem like it's not, but it really is. I think I know a lot about a wide variety of subjects because I did try and focus as much as I could in school. So stay in school, kids. Everybody.
Stay in school, kids. Yeah, don't drop out. Don't be a high school dropout. And do you feel like do you feel that the more things you know how to do, the better of an actor you are ultimately?
Absolutely. The more experience I get, yeah. I mean, so many aspects of acting come from experience, and doing different projects that take different facets of acting in order to succeed has definitely helped me become more full-fleshed. And I think that every project that I do, I learn something new that I can then apply to further projects, or future projects. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. And learning things from other actors as well is another thing, especially on this show that I got to do, which I felt really lucky about. So yeah, just take every ounce of advice you can, because it will help you in the future. It's absolutely something that's helped me.
Listen, I can't wait to see this show. Stream it, everybody, tomorrow. Go follow Jamie Martin Mann and stream Country Comfort, starring Jamie and Catherine McPhee, tomorrow on Netflix.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you so much, Jamie. It was good seeing you again. It's been a long time. Say hi to your mom, Jill. Hi, Jill.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Congrats. Bye.
Thank you.